Hi, hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Jolene. I like to share all things beauty, shopping, decor, and more. And today I have, very exciting, I got my Ipsy Boxycharm for the month of April. It came in a really big box because I got a lot of add-ons, but I'm actually not going to share those today. I'm going to share them with my glam bag when it comes in. So anyway, we're just going to do what I got, my 5 products plus my beauty boost. So let's get started and see what I got. Okay, friends. First of all, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate your support so much. If you want to support my channel, you can do so by subscribing, hitting the like button, leaving me a comment. I appreciate all those things so much. So here we go. So big box, a few things in here. And I am going to start with the picks that they picked for me. So those two, the first thing they picked for me was from Girl Tactic. It's an eyeshadow palette. And so anyway, I hadn't seen this anywhere on there anyway. So I don't really know exactly where it came from, but this is a $55 eyeshadow palette. I'm also going to tell you, first off, the things in the box, I did use all of them today. So I have another eyeshadow palette that I did use along with this one. I just tested a couple of these out. I mainly used the other palette, but there's what it looks like. It's basically all staple colors that you, kind of a neutral palette. And the top row is all like shimmers, and the bottom row is mattes. And there's some really pretty colors in here. They do have a pretty strong, okay, so there's, if you see that, there's those. And on my hand. And then, anyway, I'm not going to go ahead and do them all, but it's not a bad palette. At first, I was kind of like, but then I realized it is a little bit of a more expensive palette, so it probably means it's a little bit better, and it does feel really good. The formulas feel good, so actually not too mad about this. So there's my first thing. The next thing they sent me was another thing I was kind of about, but it is from Farrah. I'm not really familiar with this brand, but it is a highlighter. There's what the box looks like. And when I opened this up, I thought, wow, that's really pretty. And it is pretty. And I put it on, but it kind of faded a little bit. So it's a champagne color. And I think, I'm just going to try something with it. I think that, I don't know which brush is better. I think that it might be a good one just to, if you wanted to go over your, kind of your face with it. Kind of gives you a glow, but especially in this area. So it's very powerful. You see by the tip of my nose there how powerful it is. I don't know if I'm able to get that off. But anyway, so it's, I like it. It's a good highlighter. I mean, I have, you know, Wonder Beauty and some of those that are really known for their highlighting power. I do have some of those and really like those, but I think this is one I would actually reach for because it is kind of nice. And if you ever just wanted to do like a bronze look and then have a dewy glow over it or whatever, this would be kind of fun to try with that too. So anyway, for anyone else who got this, let me know if you like it or if you've experimented with it. So the next 3 items are things that I picked, which I will be showing you pictures of these on this video. But the first thing I'm going to pull out here was a blush, and this is from What's Up Beauty. It's a $25 product. I'm also not really familiar with this. That's the box. It has a pretty little box. Now this is a sponge blush, which I'm not a huge fan of sponge blushes. I'll be honest with you. They're just not ones I tend to go for. Either like a cream with a powder over it is what I really prefer. But plus there's not very much in here. It's like I have to really squeeze to get some into the lid. So I'm a little disappointed with this product. Not my favorite, actually. Not my favorite Boxycharm. But let's see what we got here. Now there, it looks pretty. On my face, it didn't really go on. I just couldn't really get it to show up really. It does recommend using a blender brush, so maybe a beauty blender or whatever. So maybe I should have tried that. It might have been more. But anyway, so I threw on, which I got in my last month's Boxycharm, this Fenty Beauty blush. It's kind of one of my favorites now, but anyway, so I threw that on top of this one because it just didn't really give me much color. So there's that. So that item was a little bit disappointing for me. The next item I got in here, and this is my eyes, you guys, and it was really exciting. They had a Natasha Denona palette that they had for this month. This is the 5-pan palette, which I love. They usually coordinate, gives you a perfect look, plus it's more compact. So these colors were actually taken from the Natasha Denona Glam palette. So if you have the Glam palette, you these colors are in that palette. I do have that palette, but I really like the color story in here. And I did create a look using, I mainly just used these 3 colors, and then I kind of played with a couple of colors from this palette. But anyway, that's what I did for my eyes. So there's a look at that. And let's see here. So there's the look. So it's just kind of, did this in my crease right here. I did this on the outer corners. I did this on the lid, and then I used a couple of shimmers in here to help in the, anyway, on my lids also. So there's that. Really happy about this. I think this is going to be a go-to palette. I love that they have a couple of lighter colors in it. And anyway, I just think that this is going to be a go-to for me. So I'm kind of happy about that. And so, and the last thing I have in here that I chose, you know, my choices weren't, I mean, I did choose this, which is a no-brainer kind of. And the blush, you know, it wasn't like my first choice to pick, but I just don't think I had many other choices. Once again, this is an all makeup box, which I think I got last month too. I thought that they would give me something, at least skincare, but I just didn't see products in my choices that I was super excited about. So, but I did get picked up the Tower 28. This is a Shine On lip jelly. So there it is. And this is like a cross between, they call it a cross between a balm and a gloss. And I get why they do. I did put a lip liner on, and then I just put this on top, and it really is, it's a gloss, kind of a gloss with, it is kind of a gloss with a balm, and it has stayed on. So let me show you right here. That's kind of what the color looks like. It's kind of got a little bit of a shimmer there, or shine. No shimmer in this, but anyway, I really like it. I like the packaging. It just feels good. Feels like a good quality and everything. So this was valued at $16. Anyway, I am happy with this product. You know, I need lip products like I need a hole in my head, really, but because I have so many lip products. But this is one I will reach for, so that's good. And so let's see here. The last thing I have here is my Beauty Boost. Now, once again, I wasn't super excited about the Beauty Boost either, but it is a $92 value product, and it is a good brand. This is Tasha, Tasha, and it's an overnight, what do they call it? Indigo overnight repair, and it says you could even notice after one night. Redness reducing and soothing Japanese indigo that visibly calms irritation and strengthens the moisture barrier for calm, luminous skin after one night. They describe it better than I do. Anyway, so there's that. This is feels very rich and luxurious. It is closed here. I think I'm gonna open it though and just see what we got going on in here. So I do like that they had it sealed. I'm not getting much of a smell. That's what it looks like. It's just kind of a creamy to put on your skin. So like I said, it doesn't, there might be a slight scent to it, but not really. So it just kind of, it feels pretty good. So, I mean, I don't really need, I do have a couple. I love the LMS overnight, I don't know what they call theirs, midnight cream or whatever. But I'll try this. I need to use it more. I don't use it often enough. But anyway, so we'll try to give that a whirl. I know it's a good product. So there's that. So that's my Beauty Boost. And so this was, oh, you know what I didn't do? Really quick, Boxycharm Spring into Self-Care. That's what they say. So it is a self-care. I didn't really get any self-care products. That's pretty sad. I think I wish I would go. I'll have to look at why I didn't choose some of the skincare products. I have so many skincare products though, and I love to experiment with new makeup. So that's kind of why I'm happy with the makeup box, and I get a lot of skincare in my Allure box. So anyway, so there's that. So Spring into Self-Care, and the back has a QR code. It has a sneak peek for Boxycharm, anyway, products. So there's that. So we're gonna go over again what I got. I got the Beauty Boost, which was the night cream. So I'll stick that in there. I got, over here, I got the Girl Tactic eyeshadow palette. And I got the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. And I got the blush, this blush, which was kind of a miss for me. So I don't know if it's something I'm going to gravitate to, but I may try it with a blender brush and just see what kind of a look. And I might be able to go a little more crazy with it because it was pretty, it kind of matched my skin almost. So there's that. And I got the highlighter, which I really was happy with. It's very powerful, nice glow, so it's one I will reach for. And then I got the Tower 28 lip. It's a hybrid between a balm and a gloss, so you get kind of both, and it feels really good. It doesn't feel, it's not sticky, it's not thick, really. It might be a little bit thick actually, but it stays on long. I put this on quite a while ago, and I redid it, but anyway, I still am feeling, you know, this on. So there's that was my last thing. So there you go. I anyway, this was fun. This was a fun, it's not my favorite box. Last month, I went crazy over my box. I thought it was awesome. Next month is Icon Box. I'm hoping it has good things in it too. But anyway, this was kind of just a so-so box for me, but there was 2 or 3 items that stood out as being really great items. So still worth my money. And so that's it. I appreciate you guys being here. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what we got here. And so I will see you guys all in the next one. All right, friends. Bye-bye.